Listen, kitten, we need to have a real conversation about these native style image ads because one of my students, Ian, is doing over $100,000 per week with his store, mainly using these to sell non-problem solving products. And another one of my students, Waira, is doing over $100,000 a month using these ads that blend into your customer's feed to sell health supplements. Now, the crazy part is both these guys are teenagers inside my program who figured it out once they learned the framework I'm about to teach you in this video, which is just nuts to me because when I was a teenager, all I was doing was just gooning to Kate Upton videos. But here's the main problem that I see when people try to do these native image ads, because most people do it completely wrong. Because you're scrolling through your competitors' ads, you screenshot a photo, and then you just tell AI, well, recreate this for my product, with zero understanding of why that ad actually worked in the first place and what message actually made the audience resonate with it. So these half-baked image ads not only have the surface level issues, which is just obvious spelling mistakes and AI faces that even your grandma with Alzheimer's can recognize are fake, but more importantly, these ads are generic. They have no real message. They have no real emotion, and people are just spamming these on Facebook like they're lottery tickets, just hoping one of them hits. And of course they never do, because the real reason why an ad becomes successful has nothing to do with the format and everything to do with the message. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through a framework that I like to call craft that allows you to create these image ads with intent, and this has been proven to scale products to millions in sales. Now, before we get into the 4 different styles of native image ads that I will give you prompts and frameworks that you can edit with, you're welcome in advance, we need to first know what is the product that we're going to be selling. And we're going to go for this neck firming cream that is for women over the age of 40. Now, in order to create a profitable native style image ad, we need to first understand who exactly are we marketing to, who's that specific avatar, and what are their desires, their benefits, and their pain points that are going to stop their scroll. And that's where the first step of the craft sequence kicks in with customer research. Now, I have a full video that breaks down my entire market research process in gruesome detail, but just to give you the spark notes, what I personally like to do is gather multiple resources to really understand my customer. So this is going to be popular Reddit threads of people looking up common questions and solutions to my product. There are also going to be videos on Amazon reviews, videos on YouTube, on TikTok, on Calidata. I just basically want to gather all these different resources, and then what I will do is export reviews from Amazon, and I'm talking about 100+ reviews on Reddit for comments, and I'm gathering all of this data into a document that I will give you in the link down below, but I basically am categorizing all the lines that I'm seeing. So there's going to be pain points, there's going to be outcomes, there's going to be objections, but this is a process that does take usually about an hour or two to really do at the right level. And if you do all that properly, you'll come up with an avatar like this one right here. So Amy, she's 45, works a corporate job. And how do they describe their problem? Well, Amy describes it by saying that her neck is giving away her age, even though her face looks great. And obviously you can read through all the different ways that she describes the problem and how she feels about it emotionally, which is fear. She's fearing aging. She's fearing that she has no control over the aging process. And this layer of specificity and detail of understanding your customer is exactly how you're going to be able to create a winning ad for nearly any product. Because if you don't do this, then you're just frankly shooting in the dark, copying what your competitors are doing, and that's exactly why you're not getting the results you want. So now that we have our avatar, I like to split test 4 different messages to see what resonates with my audience. So for the sake of this video, we'll just focus on one angle, which is going to be getting rid of your turkey neck, because that's specifically how our audience describes it. And if you're wondering what an angle is, I like to break it down of just one problem, one desired outcome, and then the unique mechanism being your product.
Jeez Louise, Ethan, when are we going to get to the good part of the video? I mean, market research? You think I came here to learn about that?
Yeah, I know. So now that we know our avatar and what angle we're going to hit, we have to move to the next step of our sequence, which is going to be real formats. What are the formats we can do of native style image ads? And as you can see right here on my screen, there's really 4 main styles. So desired result is just you're showing the desired result that your customer wants, pretty self-explanatory. And then usually you have text on screen, and I will give you templates with the exact font so you can customize that and play around for your product. The next one is going to be social proof. So this is typically an authority figure. So for foot patches, of course, that's going to be a doctor. For these Michelin beautiful knives, that's going to be someone like Gordon Ramsay or a famous chef. But usually the 2 styles that convert the best are the 2 here on the right. So this is going to be the problem image and the before and after. So for the problem image, you can either generate this with AI, and we're going to actually talk about that in the next step where we're going to create one from scratch, but you can also find really good images off of Google, and we'll talk about how to do that. But you're really just looking for the image that's going to stop your customer scroll. It's usually a more aggravated kind of worst case scenario of what the problem can really come to if you leave it untreated for a while. So you can see these cracked heels. You can see again some more foot pain. And then we have the before and after. This is classic. So of course, very self-explanatory. Show the problem on the left. And then on the right, you show the desired result that your customer wants. All right, so now that we know the different formats, let's talk about how you can use AI to actually generate these ads perfectly without them looking like complete garbage AI slop. So where I first start the process is I always like to get a reference photo. So let's say we're doing that problem style of the native style image ad. Where I would go is I would try to gather a real photo of the problem. So usually what you're going to do is hop on a Google, you look up facebook.com, and then the keywords of the problem that your product solves. So in this case, I can do neck sagging, I can do neck lines, I can do fine lines, and you're going to go through a few keywords and then you'll look through and see what are the images where it really shows the problem. So this right here would be a great example. And then the other website you do the same process for with the same keywords is site:/reddit.com. So same thing. You can see right here, we got a lot of really good images. So I'm going to go through here and just pick the one that I feel like really shows the problem. But you can also generate problem images without having a reference photo. I just find that I personally get better results. But in the pinned comment down below, I'm going to give you prompts that can work for any product, for both if you have a reference photo and when you don't have one. So just copy these and make sure to actually fill out the placeholders with the specific problems and the product that you're actually selling. So as you can see right here, we have this one right here if we didn't have a reference image, but in this case we do. So I'm going to grab this and then I'm going to fill it out and we're going to hop on over to Higgsfield. And then personally, the one I like to use the most is usually going to be the Nano Banana Pro. All right, ignore all the shitty thumbnails, but as you can see right here, these are really solid. I mean, look how realistic that is. So as you can see, this is Nano Banana Pro. I did a 1:1 aspect ratio and I generated 2 in this batch. And these look incredibly good. Look how detailed that looks, like a real photo. And that is the exact prompt I use. That iPhone quality really does make it work well. Now, I also recommend trying out a few of the other models. So usually the second best one is going to be the Flux Context Max. And as you can see right here, it did generate these that do look a bit more AI with the face. So I would say I would need to edit this. And of course, it's never going to be perfect the first time. So always can edit and then just say what adjustments you want. So make the face look a bit more realistic. But as you can see right here, look at that. It is so freaking good, showing the exact problem. And it's incredibly realistic. And because I love spoon feeding my Pookie, I mean, here comes the airplane. I also do have a prompt for before and after images in that pinned comment down below. So you literally have zero excuses not to be able to generate some incredible native style image ads. So for this one, before and after, very simple. I just usually like to really make sure to have the model that is in the after with a slightly more positive facial pose, usually a different shirt or attire, because if you don't change that, if you don't add that direction, it's usually going to give you the exact same image like this one, but they'll be wearing the same shirts and it's very clear that it's AI. So I always recommend try to change one element, whether it's the shirt, whether it's the pose. So that way, when someone actually sees this, they're like, oh my God, this looks incredibly realistic. I mean, guys, there is no way the average person's going to say this is AI. But then on the other hand, if you don't have a reference photo, it might look like a saggy old prune like this. I mean, geez Louise. Low-key just looks like a Titan from Attack on Titan. I mean, this is what most white girls would look like if they didn't have filler. But obviously, it might not be perfect the first time you generate things. So again, what I would recommend, if it's not perfect, then you can just click on edit. It'll add the photo right here. And then all you have to do is just add the extra directions. So in this case, if I think the problem can be exaggerated a bit more, then I would add those specific directions. Like as you can see right here, I said increase the appearance of horizontal lines and tech neck on the model. And that's exactly what it did to a T. And then to create the other two styles of native image ads, what you would first need is to have the background image. So in this case, we would need a product shot of our product in the right environment. It looks nice and professional, luxurious. I mean, golly, this girl either has the largest jar of this or she has the tiniest hands in the world, which, hey, I love girls with tiny hands because they make my Johnson look bigger. That's a Mickey Mantle quote. But once you get those background images, I will give you these as templates. You guys can edit this and plug in your own product, but it's simple. I would always recommend adding text on Canva because with AI, it's so bad at adding text and it always makes so many misspellings and you have more control this way. So when it comes to the fonts, I do big shoulders display. I also like Futura. I like Canvas Sans. Those are all really good headline styles, but these are all gonna be plug and play. So you guys can also put in your products as well. But if you do want access to my entire AI workflow that helps me find out the exact customer avatar and create these image ads and also create my scripts for my video ads, then I would recommend clicking the first link in the description down below, where you're not only going to get access to my entire AI workflow and all of my website templates that are proven to convert, as you saw with my students Ian, Weira, and so many more, but you also get access to your own one-on-one coach that will be giving you feedback every single day, plus 5 group calls with yours truly, where I'm going to review your website, your products, and your ads to help you get your first winning product or your next. So if you want to work with me and get access to my latest resources and templates that have helped my students and I scale to millions in sales this year, then click that first link in the description down below, and I hope to work with you soon. All right, so now we have some amazing image ads that will stop our customer scroll, but honestly, that's only just one piece of the puzzle, because if we're truly going to create a high converting ad, then we're also going to need an engaging ad copy that goes with it. Now, the first part is a little bit easier, which is actually thinking about what text we want to have on our images, because some of the styles do require that. Now, not the problem one and not the before and after, but for the other two styles, which was the desired result and then the authority figure, as you can see, we have this product image and then the neck cream your dermatologist doesn't want you to know about. So It's an engaging headline. It creates that curiosity. Then for the other style here where we have desired result, you're usually going to either have this with an authority figure or just more general social proof. Pretty much all of these have social proof in some regard. So in this case, dermatologist is an authority figure that people in this audience would listen to. And then we talk about how they found a new way to get rid of turkey neck. So found a way to get that desired result for a specific demographic of people, which is women after 50. Then the final version of this is more social proof. It's that hamster wheel. So again, it's going viral for getting a certain benefit for a specific demographic. But obviously you can generate headlines like this really easy if you use Claude, ChatGPT, or if you get a list of headlines from your competitors. But where it really gets a little bit more complicated, if you don't have the right prompt, but trust me, Papa E is going to spoon feed you one, don't you worry, is when you have these long ad copies, because all the brands are killing it right now with this style, like Tribello and the skincare magazine. As you can see, when you click on one of their ads, there is going to be a very, very long, Titanic, Lord of the Rings-esque ad copy that you may be wondering yourself, who on earth reads this? And trust me, I have no idea either, but this clearly does convert because you see it over and over and over again. So if you're wondering, Ethan, how the hell do I write all this copy? This is where we're going to use AI. But honestly, to create these long ad copy stories, it's not that difficult if you use AI and then you plug in your market research. But typically what's going to be the thing that takes you the most time is nailing that first line, because it's a lot like the hook of your video ad. If someone watches that, or in this case, reads your first line and they're not interested, they're not going to go ahead and read your entire novel about the story behind why they should care about your product. So since Claude is the best AI copywriter, what I would recommend is create a new project. You would name it the name of your product. In this case, I don't care about spelling because I'm borderline dyslexic. But once you create your new project, what you're going to do is upload those files in the market research process. So this is where we're going to upload those Amazon reviews, those Reddit threads, also the market research document that I gave you in the pinned comment, wink, wink. But once you upload all of these documents into its memory, I then will ask Claude to summarize all the information that it learned, and then be prepared because I'm going to give it a longer prompt to actually write these ad copies. So as you can see right here, it's done its research and now understands who I'm trying to talk to. And then if you use this exact prompt right here, you will get an incredible baseline for this ad copy that follows the exact format that's been working really well. That emotional breakdown story that really hyper focuses on that specific emotional driver that's going to get your customer to buy your product. So in this case, we already talked about it. It was fear of aging. And for this prompt, I'm going to take absolutely zero credit. This comes from our good friend, Anthony Gaspacho, the king of the Gooners. He nailed this prompt. I've used quite a few of them, and this one's really good. Now, do I have one inside my one-on-one program that I personally think is a little better? Yes, but for the sake of this video, to give you a free resource to get you started, this prompt is perfectly fine. I mean, this story is really good. So once you get this generated, as I mentioned earlier, you need to write a hook. You need to have a first line, and it doesn't need to tie into your story, but it has to be something that's either the main desire or, in most cases, the problem that's going to make your customer stop because it's so relatable. So since fear is the main emotional driver for my audience, what I could do in the hook for this product is something along the lines of, I was so embarrassed by how saggy my neck looked that I thought my husband was going to divorce me. And I know that sounds crazy, but those types of hooks are what really are going to get people to stop scrolling. That is the internal fear of why they're so self-conscious, of why they're so fearful about having the neck skin be a little bit saggy. I know it's dramatic, but that is truly how my audience is thinking after I did my research. Now, after you go ahead and you write your really juicy hook, when you're going through and reading through this copy, a lot of times what I personally like to do is just actually make sure that it makes sense. In a lot of cases, there's gonna be specific lines where you're like, yeah, I don't really see that. Or they're going to do a list of things in a row where I just say, you know what, for the sake of brevity, let's actually cut a few of these lines. So in this case, they're talking about alternatives. I did the jade roller, the gua sha, I drank collagen powder. So in this case, I would say you don't need the collagen powder part. I'd cut that. So I would go through, actually cut the fat because it's never going to be perfect the first time AI generates this. And then another thing is I would make sure to read each line in your head and actually make sure, does that make sense? Is that conversational? Does it sound like a FaceTime call? And does it have that emotion that relates to your customer? So let's just go ahead and read one of the lines right here. So the skin on your neck is thinner than your face. It produces less oil, less collagen. It's basically hanging on by a thread from the moment you hit 40. And every time you look down at your phone, you're literally folding that skin into permanent creases. So we can definitely cut out some fat here. So at the start of this sentence, it's basically hanging on by a thread. We can get rid of that and just start with, it produces less oil and collagen. And every time you look down at your phone, which in the parentheses part, we don't need this either, you're literally folding that thin skin into permanent creases. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far and want to see more like it, then hit the like and subscribe because I drop bangers every single week week of the latest strategies and resources that I'm using to personally scale my brands to over 6 figures a month.
All right, Ethan, we got our images, we got our ad copy. I mean, there can't possibly be another thing. I mean, what is there left?
And you know what, Mon ami? The last thing is when someone sees your ad on Facebook, they're going to look at your image, and before they read that ad copy, they're typically going to notice your headline, which is the text right here at the bottom. So we also want to talk about just different formats, and this is where we're going to be testing headlines to make sure we have the right one. So we'll keep it simple because for the headlines, I really like to keep it to 8 words or max, and there's 4 main formulas that I like to follow. So the first one is going to be read this if you have a specific problem or you want a specific desire. So in the case of our product, we can do read this if you're embarrassed by your neck, read this if you want to look 10 years younger, and then the next formula is either why or how a specific demographic is achieving a result. So in this case, we can do how women over 50 are reversing aging without Botox, how mothers over 40 are getting rid of their turkey neck in 6 weeks. And of course, with each message, you should know what is that desired result you're trying to hit. So in our case, it's getting rid of that turkey neck. So that's what our headline should be about. Now, our third formula you can apply to almost any angle that you ever do. So an authority figure saying something surprising. This is very copy and paste. It works across so many different industries. So dermatologists say this is the #1 mistake with neck care, or plastic surgeons don't want you to know about this. That's one of the most common things, but it works incredibly well. And then the fourth and last formula is going to be the solution that gets you a result. So the formula, the neck cream, the specific crazy formula, the peptide cream that took 10 years off my neck. But for that one, it's basically just mentioning the desire your customer wants.